many picks coming in. And then your run game, it's been a very disappointing for you guys so far. Run game is second to last behind slightly ahead of the Buccaneers per game. Just not a good season for you guys at all. And even Jalen Ramsey, who this is a really big, before I get to the question, even Jalen Ramsey, I mean, he's gotten targeted 38 times and has allowed 26 of the 38 targets to get caught, which is like 30th in the league. So he's not even doing as good. So everyone's underperforming. If you were the GM of the Rams, what moves would you make to ensure the future of this team? And would you keep McVay around? Because there's been a lot of rumors that he would go back to radio after this year.
Yeah. So I'll start with the McVay thing. I've seen this from some overreaction, emotional Ram fan of like fire McVay. No way. No. I am someone that as I've seen the Rams have some horrible coaches in their past. When you find a coach that gets it, that knows what it takes to build a culture, to keep your team accountable, and to win the Super Bowl ultimately, you keep him, right?
Yeah,
and unless you really feel he's lost the touch, sure, move. Like sometimes naturally it should be time to move on, but no. Sean McVay here to stay. Yeah, no, that is a for sure. Keep McVay around. You can critique some of the things he's done this year in terms of play calling for sure. I would maybe like to see him have some more voices in the room that challenge him. We lost Kevin O'Connell to the Vikings as their head coach. He was our offensive coordinator last year. And
question to you was, sorry for cutting you off. No, my question was, were you a fan if they would have traded for McCaffrey? Were you a fan of that trade? Like getting rid of even more picks? I mean, you would have had like no picks next year, like 3.
Yeah. You know what? You're not the first person to ask me that, and I think as a fan, I could have gotten over it and said like, "Hey, we got a great player. All right, we're doing this." In the end, I'm glad we didn't make the trade. I do think that we'll be able to use our picks for some much needed reinforcements. The Rams aren't a team that have cut many players the past number of years. I do think we're going to see. There's been a couple of drafts that haven't really worked out for the Rams, unfortunately, and I think the Rams will be we'll still have our core group of guys next year, but we are going to see some roster moves for sure in the Rams, and that's natural. It happens every year with almost every NFL team. But I do think the Rams will need to invest in the O-line, but also we need to get some playmakers that know how to steal the ball from the other team and just suck the life out of another team's offense.